this installment of Google Drive training. Today we're going to learn about the basics of getting logged into your account. So once you've gotten onto a computer, whether you're at home or at work, what you'll do is you'll go to Chrome and you'll open up a tab. And so when you open up the tab, it should look something like this. You'll see over to the side you have Gmail that you can click to log into. You have images, and then you have these boxes over here. Some people call it a waffle, some people call it a stack. But it's a group of boxes, and that's how you can access your Google Drive. You can also, if you are somebody who uses Chrome a lot, if you log into Chrome here with a username and email, or email and password, then you can be able to save your settings to where when you open up your drive, it always comes up when you open up Chrome. All right, so we're going to start today over here by selecting on these boxes. And as you can see, these boxes drop down so that you can select from the many different apps that Google has. And we're going to go and click on Drive. Once you clicked on Drive, if you've never logged in, it's going to ask you to go to Drive so that you can log in. Now it's going to ask you to log in using an account. If this is not your account, if that's not you showing up, then you want to hit sign in with a different account. Now, one really cool thing about Google is it likes to save accounts. So if you've ever logged in with an account, it will be there. Now, nobody else can get into it without knowing your password, but at least if you have multiple accounts like school accounts and personal accounts and things like that, they'll show up here, and so it's a lot quicker and easier to log in. You would just click add an account and go that way. But since this is me, I'm going to start here. Okay, and then you're going to put in your password. And of course, see, I have another account, so it's wanting me to put my password in for that. But you're going to put in your password for your school account. And then I'm going to sign in. And so now it's signing in, and I have accessed my Google Drive. Okay, if you want this to remember your password, you can hit save or you can hit never. It's completely up to you. All right, so now that you're in Google Drive, you'll see up here that your waffles or your boxes never go away. You should have yourself. Usually it's an initial, but you can also change that to an avatar of your choosing, a picture, whatever, whatever your school lets you do. But now that we're in here, let's talk about the tools over here to the left side. That's where we're going to put our focus today, is over here on the left side of the screen. So here on the left side of the screen is basically your toolbar for the different things that you can do with Google Drive. Now up here where this logo is, that's how you know what drive you're located on. If you're logging into a drive that's through a school system or through a business, it'll usually have some kind of logo there. If you're logging into your personal account, usually it's just the Google logo. So I encourage you to always check and make sure where you're saving things and where you're doing things if you have multiple accounts. All right, so right here under new, this is how you access new documents and new things. You can do folders, file uploads, or folder uploads, or you can just start new from a Google Doc, a Google Sheets, slides, forms, drawings, maps, and many other things that you can do inside of Google. Okay, here in the drop down where it says My Drive, you can add from there as well. You can hit a new folder, you can hit upload, and you get the same things. The cool thing about Google is there's so many different ways to do one thing. So the first thing that we're going to do is talk about like how to find things and where things are located before we ever start creating things. Before you start creating things or uploading things or dragging and dropping things into Google Drive, you want to do a little setting change. So see over here, this gear bar, these are your settings, okay? This is how you view details about the different things that you have, and this changes your list view or how you see your folders and files in Google Drive. Now, if you're somebody who loves Microsoft and loves that view, if you hit list view, it does it more like you would see like in a Microsoft Doc or your My Computer Access, that kind of thing. If you're somebody like me and sometimes you can't remember what you name things and you'd like to have a visual, you can click on that tab to help create your visual. All right, so over here in settings, if you click on the settings themselves, there's not a whole lot that you can change and do in your settings because it's pretty simple and user-friendly. What I do want you to concentrate on, though, is this right here, this Convert Uploads. So convert uploaded files to Google Docs editor format. You want to check that box. It's not going to be checked automatically, so you want to go into your settings and check this box. And the reason that you want to do this is that any file that you pull into Google Drive now will be automatically converted into a Google Doc editor format so that you can use it and adapt it and do things with it a lot easier. Don't worry if you need things to stay as a PDF or a Word document. When you go to download something, and I'll show you that in a few minutes, but when you go to download something, you can choose what format you want to download it to. So once you've clicked that box, we're not going to worry about these things right over here today. We're just going to hit done. So that's done and ready to go. So let's talk about the top bar for just a second right here where it says search drive. If you hit this down arrow, you can select search for files shared with just Henry County or your school system or thing. You can type in what kind of type it is, like you're looking for a presentation or a form, or whatever it is that you may be looking for when you're trying to search. You can do it by the last time that you think you accessed the form. You can do it by entering a name, or if you know, okay, I wrote this document about the weather, and you know that the weather is going to be a word that's mentioned a lot in the file, then you can enter in words like the weather here and search and be able to find it. You can also find things that are owned by you, not owned by you, or owned by a specific person, and when you type a specific person, you can put in the name. Okay, you can do shared with, and if you enter the email address of somebody that you shared it with, it can find the document that way. Okay, you can also say, hey, I've started, or it may have been in the trash can because I didn't think I needed it anymore. But anyway, so those are the different ways that you can find things when you're searching in the drive. So once you set those parameters, then you can press search, okay? Or you can just start by typing in up here, you know, something that you were looking for in the search drive without even doing those parameters. All right, so this is your drive. Anything that you create or save will be located here. Underneath my drive is shared with me. Now, when I click shared with me, anything that somebody shares with me inside of Google Drive is going to show up here. I'm going to let that load for 1 second. So I'm still trying to load some more, but you can see that these are documents that people have shared with me, and so they're in the share with me folder. Underneath share with me, you'll find recent. If you click on recent, you can see things that you've worked on recently, any documents or whatever that you have worked on. Google Photos, again, is just your photo album. This is where you can upload stuff. Yay, there's a picture. Okay, starred, anything that you have starred or that you have highlighted as important, go there. And then, of course, you have your trash can, and anything that you consider as trash, you mark it as trash.